So, have you ever wondered what makes a bank more than just a place to keep your money? Well, we're about to find out. Today, we're diving deep into an institution that's basically woven into the very fabric of a nation's economy, the National Bank of Pakistan.
All right, let's jump right in by trying to get our heads around just how big of a deal NBP really is. This isn't just another bank on the corner, it's a foundational piece of Pakistan's entire financial system.
So, back in 2020, the State Bank of Pakistan gave NBP this official title, a domestic systemically important bank. Now, what does that mouthful actually mean? In plain English, it's the government saying the bank is, quote, too big to fail. Its financial health isn't just its own business, it's directly tied to the economic health of the whole country. To really get a sense of that scale, just look at its total assets, a mind-boggling 6.74 trillion rupees. That's a number so huge it's almost impossible to picture, but it shows you the immense financial gravity this one institution has. And it's not just about the money, it's about reach. We're talking over 1,500 branches spread all across the country. That physical presence touches millions of lives, from the biggest, most bustling cities to the most remote rural areas. And here's the absolute key to understanding NBP. This isn't just some private company out there trying to maximize profits. The State Bank of Pakistan holds a massive majority stake. That means NBP's mission is fundamentally linked to national interests. It's basically an arm of the government in the financial world. Okay, so now that we know how important it is today, let's hit rewind. The story of NBP is completely intertwined with the history of Pakistan itself. It was literally born out of necessity in the nation's very first years. Picture this. It's 1949. The nation of Pakistan is brand new, and it has a huge economic challenge. It desperately needs to finance its crucial jute trade. The solution? Create a bank from scratch, the National Bank of Pakistan. A bank founded not just for profit, but for a specific national purpose. This timeline isn't just the history of a bank. It's like a mirror reflecting the history of the entire region. You see its founding mission in 49, the real-world impact of war in 65, the big political shift to nationalization in the 70s, and then the move towards privatization in the 2000s. And you have to love this little detail from 2003, installing the first ever ATM in Afghanistan. That is a wild piece of modern financial history right there. All right, so NBP didn't just stay within Pakistan's borders. From its earliest days, it had global ambitions. But that journey, as you're about to see, was anything but a smooth ride. And this slide just illustrates that push and pull perfectly. On one side, you have this bold expansion into major global hubs like Jeddah and London. But on the other side, you see the harsh reality of politics hitting hard, with branches being nationalized or seized in Iraq, India, and Tanzania. Each one of those setbacks was a direct result of the shifting sands of global politics. But here's the thing, despite all those historical challenges, NBP didn't retreat. Today, it still keeps a really strategic global footprint. It does this through clever joint ventures like the United National Bank in the UK, subsidiaries in places like Kazakhstan, and offices all across North America and Europe. It's just adapted its strategy for the modern world. But to really get NBP, we have to look beyond the balance sheets and interest rates. Its influence spreads into a whole range of corporate ventures and even into the cultural fabric of Pakistan, especially in a place you might not expect, the world of sports. The best way to think about it is like this. The bank is the head of a big corporate family. Through all these different subsidiaries, its influence spreads into everything from stock brokerage and currency exchange to asset management. It's created a whole financial ecosystem all under one big roof. Okay, now here is a fact that I think is genuinely surprising. NBP's influence goes way beyond the world of finance. It is a huge force in Pakistani sports. And I'm not just talking about sponsorships, slapping a logo on a jersey. The bank actually owns professional teams in the nation's big three sports: cricket, football, and hockey. That's a level of cultural investment you just don't see for most financial institutions. So, after all that, the history, the global story, the sports teams, let's circle back to its core job as a bank and look at some of the hard numbers from their 2024 results. First up, total revenue. At 236.31 billion rupees, this is basically the top-line number. It's all the money the bank generated from all of its operations over the year. It's a direct measure of the sheer scale of its business.
Next, we've got net income. So after you pay all the bills and cover all the costs, this is the profit that's left over. It shows that, yeah, it has a public service role, but it's also a highly profitable enterprise.
And finally, total equity. The easiest way to think of this number is as the bank's financial safety net. It's the core capital that belongs to the bank itself, and it acts as a cushion to absorb any unexpected losses. A strong equity base like this is absolutely crucial for the bank's long-term stability. So, all of this brings us to one big final question. The National Bank of Pakistan was created for a very different world. Today, as it tries to navigate a landscape of digital currencies, super agile fintech startups, and interconnected global markets, its greatest challenge is going to be evolving while staying true to its original mission. What does the future hold for a national institution like this? Well, that's the multi-trillion rupee question.